What's up, everybody? It's Cheddar Chaz, and today we're going to be talking about shooting handheld with your cameras. This applies to your phones as well. More specifically, how I shoot handheld with all the videos that I make. We're going to go over three things. The first one's going to be how to shoot handheld and your points of contact, walking while you're shooting handheld, and then also these pipes because they play a big part in all the videos that I shoot. But first, we're going to roll this intro. Alright guys, so welcome back. Let's get started. Now, when you're shooting handheld, the first thing you want to do is make sure that the camera is as close to your body as possible. Now, if you ever consider, let's think about when you ever hold a weight. If you hold a weight out here, it's very hard to hold the weight out this long away from your body over time. So a camera is a weight, it's weighted, so you want to keep it nice and close to your body so you have more control of the camera. Now, as far as points of contact go, you want to hold the lens and also the side of the camera body. If you're shooting handheld this way, we're going to get to a different method later on in this video. But the other points of contact that I have are my elbows. Those are attached to my body at all times, most of the time when I'm holding the camera body, just like this, and shooting handheld. So, like this, you can see this elbow's to my side, this elbow's to my side, hands right here lightly, and I have my left hand on the lens. If you're right-handed, just switch between the two. And then you can also rack focus with this hand as well. So that's generally what I do. I'll rack the focus while also maintaining the stabilization and then having my elbows to the side, just like that. So quick side note, you might have noticed that my screen flips out, and if you have a camera that has a screen that can flip out and turn and all that kind of stuff, it's going to be great for you. It's very comfortable for me whenever I'm shooting like this because it helps me look down at the screen, and it's just, I don't know, it's just what works for me. If you have a screen that doesn't flip out and it's just like that, this still works. You might need to hold the camera a little higher, but just do the same things I mentioned before. Have these points of contact, hold underneath the lens, other hand on the camera body, and you can look at the lens just like that. You don't have to hold it low like I do. Just do whatever's comfortable for you. If you guys watched my video last week where I talked about why I don't like using gimbal so much, and I compared a gimbal video versus a handheld video that I shot and edited to my best abilities, just some short stuff. I talked about why I didn't like gimbals, and that was because you sacrifice those dynamic shots that you have when you shoot handheld in exchange for those nice smooth motions in your shot when you use a gimbal. Now, when you're shooting handheld, I like to think of myself as a gimbal, except you don't have those smooth motion shots. But you can do the best you can to get there while also having the dynamic shots to replace that smooth, you know, just nice cinematic shots. Now, that's what we're about to get into right now. I have this chair right here with some lenses, and I'm going to show you guys how I would shoot this using my handheld skill. Yeah, if I step to the right, I want to sway my body to the right as well instead of just keeping my body straight up and down. So I kind of want to mimic the same motion I'm going in. So if I want to rock back and forth and rack focus, just like that, everything is nice and close to my body. And you can get as wild or as calm with this as you want to. Let's say I want to walk around. You can see that my body, I'm swaying in the same direction that I'm stepping in while still trying to rack the focus. And sometimes you might actually miss the focus. That's okay. Just re-rack the focus and get everything back in focus if you step out of your focus zone. That's perfectly fine. Happens to me all the time. I'm still working on getting better at it. The other thing I want to go over while you're moving is how you should step. Now, you don't want to take hard steps like that. When you step, when you're holding your camera, what you want to do is go heel to toe to kind of minimize that jerk that you're going to get whenever you're taking a right or a left step. The same thing if I'm moving it back. If I'm moving back just like that, I go heel to toe, or you can also go toe heel. So as long as you're not stepping so hard like you're running, then you'll get a much smoother shot whenever you're trying to move around. But also remember, as I said, you keep everything attached to your body as much as you can and sway with the step. So if I step to the left, I sway with it, just so it can help me whenever I'm filming. It can help me keep everything kind of as smooth as possible. It's not going to be cinematic, gimbal smooth, but when you're editing, you can edit the motion to the... Wait, am I in the frame? I don't know if I'm in the frame or not, but whatever. If, sorry, this camera that I'm using doesn't have a flip screen, so I can't see myself. But like I said, when you're using that motion and you're editing in Premiere or iMovie or whatever you're using to edit, you can edit the motion that you're using whenever you're filming to whatever music that you have, which will drive your video, it'll make your video look a lot better. I mean, that's how I do my videos. But really take that into consideration. And with these things, you need to also realize that it takes a lot of practice. You're probably not gonna get it, and you might feel weird the first time that you do all this shooting handheld, but like I said, it just takes practice. Do whatever's comfortable for you and whatever looks good whenever you're filming. So like I said, something might not work for you as well. Just do whatever works for you. Again, it's gonna take practice. Go out and shoot and work on these tips that I'm giving you. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is this pipe thing. It's called a shoulder rig. It's a DIY little device that you can put together for $10, and you'll have extra if you go to Menards or Home Depot, wherever you get PVC pipes from. But I'm gonna leave a card right here so you guys can watch that video and figure out how to put that together. This is one of the first tools that I bought when I started doing videos. And if you have a dad, brother, grandpa, anybody with tools, they can help you put it together. My dad helped me put it together. And how it works is there's a little screw right here that goes on the bottom of your camera. You'll get the sizes if you guys click that card that I put on there that you need to get. You can just screw your camera right on it. Bam, just like that. So, like I said, this is a shoulder rig, and you can turn this part. It's really cool because you can turn all this stuff, different angles to help you in any situation that you're going to be in. Ideally, it's supposed to be used like this, and it can help you have a more stable video when you're walking, as opposed to shooting it without the shoulder rig. Now, the shoulder rig is important because I know how I said when you're shooting handheld, you want to have your hand on the camera body. That is only if you don't have a device like a shoulder rig or anything else to help you keep the camera stable. I had videos where I did have to shoot videos without having my shoulder rig because I didn't bring it. But if you want a better handheld video, use something like this, is what I'm trying to say. So what I like to do with my shoulder rig, I like to turn this back part up and then kind of put it on the back of my upper back to help stabilize that. Pop the screen out, boom, and then I might turn this this left side here and kind of rest it on my my forearm, kind of rib area. Turn on the camera, and then from here, oops, sorry, I put my hand on the camera body. There you go. And then from here, I can control. Let me push the cord. I can control all the movements, and it's a lot smoother and easier because I don't have my hand really affecting the camera body. My hand is only on the lens and barely even on the lens, so I can rack focus whenever I need to rack focus. So, like I said, tools like this, like a shoulder rig, even a Steadicam will be pretty good to have whenever you're shooting handheld. So, again, like I said, really easy. If you walk out of focus, just refocus it, and then just do everything I told you to do as far as having those points of contact. We got one here, one here, one here, and one right here on my back for 4 points of contact to keep this thing nice and steady and attached to you as much as possible. All right. And then lastly, the last tip I can give you is being athletic or strong or having some type of workout plan that you always stay up to date with will also help when you're shooting videos. Cameras are heavy, camera gears are heavy, and being able to get through any type of obstacle, whether you have a camera in your hand or not, really helps you, because I have several instances where I have to jump off of rails or run here and run there with the giant camera in my hand or a regular size camera in my hand, and cameras are inconveniences, but when you have, you know, the athletic ability to get through those obstacles, it really helps, and it can make you or help you do things that most people wouldn't be able to do while you're filming. So keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure that's everything for this video. If you guys liked it, if it helps you, I know it's a little bit long. If you're still watching, thank you for watching this long. But like I said, if it helps you out, if you have any questions about anything that I said, drop a comment below, leave a like if you like this video. I'll catch you guys next Thursday for the next video. Subscribe if you're enjoying the content. I'll keep it coming to you every Thursday. It's Cheddar Chess. Peace.